Yeah, you are live now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Some queries are already posted in the question answer section, so I am referring to that. Yes, I'm good. Thank you. Acha, Shubhankar, you have written that when you click on hyperlink text, it is not opening. If you are working in MS Word, in that case, you have to press Control and then you have to click on the link. Okay, so you have to press Control and then click the link, then it will open. So maybe you are missing that part. So today I was asked to discuss MS Word also, some revision from MS Word. And before I proceed with MS Word revision in PowerPoint, yesterday we have talked about the slide master and then applying that feature for our presentation. So I hope that part is clear. It is very useful and very much needed when we create a lot of presentations, when we need to do that. So in that case, we can always create a basic template for us so that as and when needed, we can just simply insert that in the layout and do it quickly. So we need to design it once and then we can whenever we insert that particular layout of the of the uh, slide, in that case automatically those settings are implemented automatically. Yeah, congratulations, Umeda. So your results are out today. So I hope you all have cleared the exam and have got the result as per your expectation. And all the best for your upcoming future exams as well. Acha. There was one question yesterday, that is whether we can work with macro in PPT or not. So I explored that part and I found that yes, in PowerPoint also we have this option. In the view we have macros. However, here you can see we do not have that kind of macro creation screen, the one that we get usually in case of Word and Excel. So in case of PowerPoint, if you want to create a macro, let's see, I'm showing you live so you can understand this. If I am saying, say, macro m_1, I give this name and I click on create. When I do this now, what it will happen? It will open the VBA coding screen. Okay, it will open that VBA coding screen and there I need to write the VBA code. This is VBA coding screen. Okay, so I'm just giving you one just to show you. Say I'm giving a very simple thing, that is I am writing a message and here that yes, good morning. So see this message, I want that on my PowerPoint. So in that case, what can be done? I can create it like this, and just if you close this, it will take you back to this. Or again back to the PowerPoint. Now, if you want to execute it, you can execute it with the help of developer tab. Right, you remember we worked with the developer tab in Excel. I have shown you that part. So in that case, you have to enable the developer tab, bring a button, and then with that, you can execute this. So, and the other way is you can simply go to view macros, select this and run. So in this manner, a message box is coming, right? And also I can enable the developers tab. If you remember, this is how we enable the developer tab in Excel. Now, when we have the developer tab, from here, we can bring a button, simple button over here, say a small button. And on this, with this, I can apply the, with this also I can apply, or I can go to right click and I can go to now here I can change this button. This I can write say show message. Right? And now here, if I double click on this, it is taking me over here, right? So already the function that I wrote here, this one, instead of having that macro over there, I can put it inside my button, right? So I can keep that inside my button here. So whenever I click on the button, it will execute that part. Okay. So now see, when I execute this, now here I have this button. When I click on this, it is showing me the message. Okay, so this kind of work, this is just a simple thing, a message I'm showing, but it is for money. In this way, we have to write the code. So if you want to work with macro on PowerPoint presentations, in that case, you have to do it. You can do it with the help of VBA coding. Okay, so exactly the way we do it in case of Word and Excel, in that simple way, like with that dialog box or this thing, that you cannot do. All right. So this, I hope this clarifies your query. I don't remember the name who has raised this question. Very good. Congratulations. Your name is not reflecting here, anonymous. So my best wishes for you for clearing your group. Okay, so I hope this macro part is clear. The way you do it in case of Word and Excel without programming, that is not possible in case of PowerPoint. Here, in this case, you have to do the VBA coding and then only you can do the macro. Like a very simple example, which I have shown you with the help of the button. Okay, just to show a message box. So I've not done any calculation, nothing here. Button for this, against this, I had to write a VBA code for it. Okay. So this was one of the query which I remember was asked to me yesterday. Right. Now I go to the next part. So in PowerPoint, do you need any revision or any part, or shall I go to MS Word now? Good, Beauty, congratulations. Very good, Shanika. Good to hear. So can I start? Do I need to discuss anything in PowerPoint now? Anything more? Or shall I go to now Word revision, MS Word revision, and then maybe few things in Excel, just few queries which were raised. So those things I can clarify. Today's last class with me on the skill training part. The tile tilted the above text presentation. I have tilted this one test presentation. Okay, so for that, I think I just selected this box, and then here we have various type of formats available. See, from here the shape effects and these things I have tried to apply. So from here you have to check. So these things you can see it in the background. It is changing, right? So this is how I have used something. I don't remember which one I used yesterday. So anyway, from here only it was done. Yeah, this one was probably, yes. All right. So shape effects. Under this, there are various options. So from here, 3D rotation. And here I have chose this one. Okay. So this is about this part. Okay, so I hope Lavisha, very good. Okay, citation. Oh, PowerPoint citation. I'm sorry, I forgot to check that. I have to check and then only I can say. I forgot to check that. I'm very sorry. I remember the macro one, so I checked that. Okay. So I start with MS Word now. So in MS Word. I was people, some of you have asked in MS Word to discuss the bibliography and the smart art part. Bibliography, index entry, and the smart art. Smart art part I have already shown you in PowerPoint also. And here also we have the smart art option. You can go to insert and from here you can choose smart art. And see here, it is showing you the same dialog box, right? The different type of options are available like list, process, cycle. So which type of graphics you want to include, that you will choose from here. So suppose I want to take this radial Venn diagram and I am taking it. So inside this now, if you click here, you can write the text, and here we have this text panel displayed on the left hand side. By chance, if it is not coming, you can click on this text panel. Please follow my mouse pointer on screen. This text panel on the left hand side, this also you click, it comes here. So from here also you get the idea that how your text will be arranged on the screen. Like say I'm writing here something like say dimensions of security. Right. So here I am writing say availability, integrity, say maybe it can be realized. Right. So suppose I have written 3 points and this fourth point I don't require. I can simply delete it from here and automatically your diagram will change. Okay. Later on, suppose you want to add something more to this, you can do that as well. Okay. Under the centralized, suppose I want to enter something like this. So you can see this, how it is coming, right? Right? So you can see this, how these things are coming. So if you use the text panel, in that case, you can have a better control on the content that you are writing over here. Okay. And then again, of course, you can choose the different type of color combinations. You can select individually one of the one of this part of the shape, and then accordingly you can choose a different color combination as well. So it is entirely up to you that how you want this to come. Fine. Also, uh, so this is done. Now, next thing is if you want to change the location of this one, is in one way it has arranged it, but suppose something that you have drawn, then later on you want to change its arrangement also based on your logic of the things. So that is also possible. Fine. So smart art graphics, it is giving you a, you can say a base from where you can start your design. So some basic structure, it is already providing you some built-in structure. You don't need to work on that. So basic structure is already there, and then whatever changes you want, you can do on those. All right. Also, once you have defined this, I have shown yesterday also somewhere, yes, in PowerPoint I have shown that if something you have defined and later on you want to go for a different type of presentation, in that case you can do that as well. That is how that also you can do. So whatever way, the different combinations. So different type of things are available. You have to explore that how you want your data to be present, your this diagram to be presented. So you can make it in more interesting and appealing ways. All right, is this clear? So this is about the smart art graphics, so which you can insert. Fine. And I think all other things we have done. Hyperlink, bookmark. So some people were asking about the bookmark hyperlink as well. So is it okay? Smarter graphics done? Fine. Very good. Your name is not displayed, so someone has completed enter. How to export Excel in Word. So in Word, you want to bring Excel. Thank you, Vijay, but it's your first class. Why you did not attend the earlier classes? You didn't get the information. Or... Very good, Hanshu. So I am today talking to many CMA finalists, right? Great, great. Okay. So here, suppose you want to bring something from Excel. So in that case, you can, I have told this through this object part. Right? So we can bring the text from file. If it is a simple text content, you can bring it from a text file. And if it is a file content that you want to embed over here, you can click on object. And from here, click on create from file, then browse. And then you locate your file. So I am going to bring our file only the one that we in which we have worked. I am taking the one without macro, the simple one. So I take this 15 Jan and click insert. Okay, so this file is inserted over here. Then we have the option link to file or without linking. If you click on link to file, it means you are creating a live link with the file. That means that it will directly, whatever changes you are doing in the file will be reflected here. Or if you change anything over here, actually you are changing it in the main file. However, if it is done just in this way, if I click on OK button, link to file is not checked. In that case, what it will do, it will create it will embed the copy of the file in your Word file. So in that case, it is simply bringing a copy over here. So it means whatever changes you do, that will be in your Word file only, not in the original Excel file. Okay, so just bringing it in this way without linking, it means like we are using the using a Xerox copy. Okay, just taking a Xerox copy, and then on Xerox copy, if I write something, obviously it is not going to change something in the original file. So that same concept. So I click OK. It is without linking with the file. So I clicked on link to file. Again, I've taken that file. It's a big file. I should have taken a smaller one so that it works faster. So it comes here and it gives me a security notice. So I need to click on enable so that it will allow me that linking over here. So now you can see currently this particular screen, this particular worksheet was active. So that is why this is on display. Now if I double click on this, again, it is giving me a security concern. I need to click on enable. And here, see now, can you see here? This is Excel menu, Excel buttons ribbon. This is the formula bar. And here we are having all these inputs, right? And so here also, please see. Here we are having, please follow my mouse pointer on the screen. At the bottom of this embedded area, here all the worksheets are also displayed. Worksheet names are coming. So whichever I choose accordingly, that particular part will come up, right? So suppose I want to bring this. So only up to this. Now I want to add here one more name. It is sheet 28th Jan. And in row number 13, I am adding one more name. Okay. So I am writing here, say in caps, I am writing, say Deepak Ketan. And here I'm writing, say D dot Ketan. And on this, I am applying some formatting so that I want to see it in a manner that it is done later on. So I want to see it in a highlighted way. Done. Now I click outside. So this is So this is the situation status of that content on the Word file. Now, has anything changed in the Excel sheet? Let us go back. This is my file 15 Jan, and I am going to that particular sheet 28 Jan. Was it 28 Jan? Oh, sheet 8 it was, sorry. It was sheet 8. Sheet name was sheet 8. So now here see in 13th line, nothing is added. Nothing is added, right? But in the Word file, it is there. Again, if I double click on this, it is embedding that part. It is sheet 8 on which I am working, right? So you can see here the change that I'm doing over here is only in this sheet. Money in the copy of that content, not in the original file. Fine. Now, after this, now I'm going to bring it link with file. So I go to insert, object, create from file, browse. I locate my file here, insert, and now I tick the button link to file. Okay, I click on link to file. Now click OK. Now right now this particular sheet was active, so it has come. Size is too big, so I have to rearrange that. Fine. Now I double click on this. Now see, it has opened the original file. Now here if I'm typing, now that time I wrote the name Deepak Khetan. Now I'm writing something else. I'm writing say Sharad Bansal. And I write here S dot. You can see I'm right now working in the original file. It has opened that only in front of me. So I did this. I'm making the changes. I'm adding one more name. Suppose Irwin. So for this, I'm giving some other color. That's it. Okay. Now I come back to my Word file. Now you can see this, right? Both the changes that I added in the file, those are also reflected here. So it means if I make some changes in the file, this will be reflected here. See, parallelly, you can see both the things. I'm writing here, save Irwin, and then I'm writing here, say, say Francis. You can see this parallelly, the change is occurring. You understand this? Fine. So you can see this is the link to file. Money live link with the file. If you are doing something in the original file, automatically your new file will be money. The file, the copy that you have in another in the Word file will be updated. Okay. And here it is too big. So that size you have to check how you want to, you have to arrange that part. ये थोड़ा सा you have to adjust. You can see this, right? So as per the content, it will be displayed on your Word file. So I hope connecting with the Word file or importing Excel in the Word file and this part is clear. So you can connect any file, MS Office files from one to other, you know, and very easily with the help of that object feature. Okay, that is called OLE feature. Ishmona, very good. Very good, Bipasha. Great, Gokul. Very good. To convert PDF to Word file, what you need to do is on a PDF file, you need to right click and you need to click on Open With. And then you will get these options. If these are not there in the list, then you have to click on choose another app and then you have to locate those on your machine. Okay. Mostly it tries to connect it with the most compatible software. Okay. So here in this case, I click on MS Word for this Word 2016 and I click say just once or always. It's up to you how you want to do it. It will ask you for the permission. Click OK. It will convert it and also will ask you to enable the editing. So if you click on that, it will open the file in MS Word in editing mode. Understand? So if it is compatible, then it will come in proper format. Okay. Similarly, with Excel also you can do the same. Okay, so I hope this answers your question. You have to keep saving your work. Auto save option you don't need to enable, it works automatically. So oh, very good. Again, anonymous it is showing, so I don't know who you are, but very good. Congratulations, and I'm really proud reading all these messages that you are sharing your success with me. Yes, linking in PPT from Excel. Linking in PPT from Excel. So that too we did now. Yes, the same thing. OLE option on PPT. I have shown you this. Like say here you can connect it with the slides within the slides, and also suppose here you want to connect it with the Excel file. So that also I have shown you yesterday. I think I have that here. Yeah, this part. This one and this one. I hope you remember it now. Insert and the same option. Object, again the same speed you are going to get. Create from file. Choose your file and browse and select your file over here. Link if you want to create a live link, or if you just want to bring a copy, then do not click on the link button and click OK. Okay, so this I have shown. It comes in this way. All right, so this OLE feature is available in all in all these three softwares, that is your Word, Excel, PowerPoint. In all the three, you can do the files and can import one format to another. If you create live link, it will impact both the files. Very good, Roshni. Congratulations. Swajanya, very good. Excel to Word. Yes, Karthik, very good. Excel to Word. And in Word, you want to bring Excel. So once again, you want to just see it. So quickly now, repeating the process, insert, object, create from file, browse, locate your file, choose the file that you want to bring. It can be Word and it can be Excel. And you can bring your Word file also over here in the similar manner. In one Word file, you ask someone to report, to write the first part of the report, and you are working on the second part. Once it is done, you can import that file in your Word. Instead of copy paste, you can also create a link like this. Okay. It all depends on how you want to work or what you want to bring. So right now I'm bringing employee data. Click OK. And see, as the sheet has so many data, that's why it is coming in this way. Maybe some color, something I have applied. It is coming in such a small size, so that is why it is coming in this way. Fine. Too much data. That is having hundreds of data over there. That's why it is coming in this way. If you increase the size, then you will be able to read it. Okay. Okay, so very good, Mohammed Saif. Very good. Many of you have cleared your inter and have become the CMA finalists. Very good, very good. So see, I'm taking the class of intermediate students as well as now because today results have been declared. So now I'm taking the class of CMA finalists also in the same batch, right? Yes, Gopi, I've answered this. If you are creating a live link, it will affect both the files. And if it is not a live link, it will affect only the file in which you are doing the import. All right. If it is a live link, both files will be affected. If it is not live link, it will affect only the file in which you are doing the import. When you are bringing the object. All right. Okay, you have one has given both the group but not cleared because of few marks, but still you have learned the experience and next time it will be definitely you will clear that. Okay, so don't lose heart. Whatever experience you had now, learn from that and next time work more towards it. Okay, so this object handling part is done. I've deleted that because it's too much content over there. Now, I am now going to talk about the references part. Now here, I have to talk about the citation and bibliography part and the index part. These two things I was asked to do. So I'm going to discuss this. Someone asked me yesterday to work with data table in Excel. That also I will do. Okay. So now some text content I need. So I need to bring some text content. So see. From this sample file, so I'll pick up some content. This I'm taking up over here. And then I'm making it very normal font and all that I'm going to do. Simple. So now I think more or less this content we are having. Now, index is something that we use or we find at the end of the document, end of the books. Like say book, in the book, in any book, if you, any book that you are reading, you will see that in the first part, in the beginning, you find the table of contents. You get the contents where the chapter names, subtopics, and the corresponding page numbers, these things are given. At the end, like suppose you know the chapter, okay, you are studying, that is fine. But sometimes for a quick reference or so you want looking for one particular word that where exactly it has been explained, and then you want to go through its details over there. So in that case, you don't know which chapter it is and what, but you know the word and you are looking for it. So in such cases, for such kind of money to facilitate such kind of work, index is created, which is present at the end of the it is created at the end of the document, and then the words money. So when we create it, it will check the word and also it puts the corresponding page number over there. So if we need to create such index, in that case, we have the option available under the references part. We have one index section. Okay, what is this index section? Here we can create an index in 2 steps. We need to do 2 steps for this. First, we need to mark an entry, and the second is we need to insert the index. Okay. For the index, we need to mark the words for which the index has to be created. So in this case, suppose I create the index for the word strategy. So I select it and go to mark entry. Now here automatically, as I have selected the word, it came as main entry, current page, and then page number format. Meaning how the page number will come. Will it appear in bold or italic? To say I want the page number to come in bold and italic both. After this, we have these 2 words, mark and mark all. Mark means only mark the current entry that I have selected. And if I say mark all, it means it will show me all the page numbers wherever this particular word is present. Okay, usually it is mark all. Fine. So say I do mark all, one entry is done. Now see, the next one that I am selecting is authentic. The word authentic. Now, one interesting thing here is that index entry dialog box doesn't get closed, and it allows you to select other words also and add more entries. So I select the word authentic and I click in the main entry. See, the word has come. You can type it also, but it is better to avoid typing here because there may be a spelling mistake or something. So if you select the word and click there, it will pick up the exact word over in that particular cell. And so then it will take that as it is. So again, repeating the same process, I click on mark all. Fine. So wherever the word is present, it will mark that. Now say next one I am taking as leveraging. So I select this, click on mark entry, and now say I click mark. For this particular word, suppose now 2 words I will do only mark. So you can see both the applications. So one I have done. Next is say on some other page here, I am taking the word say digital landscape. You can select multiple words also together. Okay. Now I click on mark. So 2 entries I have done in that one. I hope you have noticed that as soon as we take a particular word for the entry and we mark, here on the word file, you can see some special characters appearing around that word. What are these? These are the special non-printable characters which marks a particular entry. By looking at this, you can understand that this has been put as index entry, and it will not come in a printout. If you take a printout, this will not come. It is just simply special non-printable characters. Okay, so you don't need to worry about that. It is the word's way to mark these entry and identify the entries. Now click close. So I have done mark entry for 4 words. For 2 words, I have selected mark all. And for 2 words, I have taken only mark. Once I have marked it. So my first part is done. My mark entry is completed. To hide these non-printable characters, you can go to Home tab and click on this button. This is for hiding the characters and just it's gone. Now see, it's a normal one. You can't understand which entries you have marked. For this mark entry, we have one, you can say, constraints, that is, we cannot get the list of the entries that are created for mark, that we have put into the index entry. Now see, at the end, I want to insert the index. So I go to references, insert index. So it will ask for the default format. So I'm taking that. I'm not making any changes here. Just click OK. Now see. Okay. So 2 words I have taken only mark. So you can see for digital landscape and leveraging, only 1 page number is given. For the word authentic and strategy, I have used mark all. So it is trying to find out the presence of the word on all the pages and giving the page number. Here, as I did copy paste, so that is why it is coming on, giving you all the page numbers. However, if it is proper genuine content, in that case, it won't appear on all the pages, obviously. And accordingly, the page number will be come. The format I selected as bold and italics for the page number, so you can see it is coming here. Now, after doing this, suppose later on you make some changes. You are going to add one more entry in the index. So again, go to references, no problem. Select, say I choose demographics. Mark entry, it's there. Bold, italic. I click on mark, not mark all. Okay, I'm doing mark, and that's it. It's done. Now I go to index. Automatically it won't come. You click here. Again, go to references and now see the button option for update index is activated now. It will come automatically if you make any changes in the index. So click on update index and see that demographics word will appear. Now see. All right. So this is how you can work with index entries. You can mark the entry and then you insert the index, and if required, then again you can make editing, editing, and accordingly you can update the index and then it will work. Okay. So I hope this index entry is clear. Yes, surely you will do that, and very soon you will do. Is Partha very good? Goswami, yes, we can do that. I have shown that one sample that is in mail merge. You can use you can have your recipe in details in Excel file, and then you can bring it into your connected through mail merge in MS Word. Cross reference we are not using right now. So I will stick to only these points right now. Achha, so this mark entry we have done. Now, next I am coming to the bibliography part. Now, bibliography is what? Bibliography is basically through this we are acknowledging that which sources we have referred for our work. Okay, so which sources we have referred for our work, there we need to acknowledge their work, and also we need to provide citation for it. That means that if anybody else or the reader also wants to read that particular or refer to that work, they will be able to do it. It means we need to provide the source details properly. Fine. So for that, what we need to do, we need to first create the source, that comes under manage sources option. Then we need to, once we have created the source, we need to insert the citation in the document along with the content, and at the end we add the bibliography where full details are coming. Okay, where full details comes up. So let us see, say for example, say here I consider that this particular line has been taken from a particular paper. Okay. So, or from a particular say research paper, or say from a report, it has been taken. So in that case, we need to create a reference for that. So for this, say I click on manage sources, and here it will show me all the bibliography that has been created in this particular software on this machine. Okay, my all references has gone because if you remember one day there was a technical glitch. I had to I had to reinstall the software. So many of the things that were there here earlier that are gone. So we need to create few references now. So just for the reference, I am showing you one that is so I come to Google Scholar, and here I'm looking for some papers on books. And from here, basically Google Scholar, it represents the all the research papers that are published in some reputed journals. Those are listed here. So say I pick up this one here, again you can arrange it in which way, which one you want to see. I want to see sort by date. Say, so in that case, it is coming in this way. See, so some PDFs are there, some journals are there, so you can refer it. Get the list in this manner, and from here you can refer. Now suppose the one I want to refer is this. Digital transformation for business sustainability and growth in emerging markets. Say this is one research paper and this one I want to refer. So I click and open it in a new tab. Now here this is the paper and some introduction, something about this is given. And so I want to refer to this. Suppose from this page, from this particular paper, I have taken some input. Okay, so something here, say just it's random, I'm selecting here. Suppose this line that I have written, this line is inspired from this particular paper. So in that case, what I need to do, I need to give a reference of this paper. So what I need to do, I can from here try to find out the citation. Now you can see this is the citation. What is citation here? Citation means it is giving you all the details about the paper. What are the details? Title of the work, ISBN number, publication date, and who has published it, and so on. What is the DOI? What is the page number, and so on. So these are the important information that you need to put in your document. So you come here and sorry, I'll just do one. References, because we have done these earlier also. So manage sources. From here, we click on new. Type of the source. What is the type of the source? Journal article. Now these are some of the bibliography fields. So these we need to give. So from here, I am selecting the paper title. So this is my paper title. So I take it, just simply Control C and Control V. Fine. Oh, sorry, this is the author. Let's take it here. It's taken a lot of things here. Now, here the author also by mistake I have copied. So I am taking these removing it from here, I can put it here. Fine. What is the journal name? From here, I can find out the journal name is. Journal name is not given here. So what I can do is, whatever information is available, we take that. So right now, Leeds is the paper name. Emerald Publishing Limited. So this is the name of the publisher. So journal name, say we can write Emerald. And here, if you click on show all bibliography fields, in that case, it will show you the details, right? Here is 2025 pages. This detail is given here. Pages is P. This one, right? So just simply we need to pick up the required information and do copy paste of that. Now here we also need to provide the number, that ISBN or ISSN number. So those things, standard number, under this we can put it. So it's not given here. So DOI is given. So I can take the DOI and put it over here. URL, that is where was it available. So I can just take it from the address bar and put it here, and so on. So these type of things we can provide from here. All are not mandatory fields. There are few fields that are mandatory, which are marked with a star here. So those field data you have to provide. Okay. So whatever you provide over here, accordingly, it will create the citation. So the year accessed here, in case of online reference, this must be mentioned, because the day on which we refer to, that day the link is working. It may happen later on it is sent to archive, and then maybe the link is changed or updated. So that is why it is also important to mention that when was this referred. So now you can see this is how it has come. Fine. So this is how it has come. So it is created, and this one we can bring here. Okay, so I click OK and it's done. Now our one reference is created. Now when you click on insert citation, make this file. When you have created the citation, if you have created the citation, it will come here in the list. Okay, so if there are multiple citations, then all those will come in the list. If right now I have created only one citation. Okay, so now here, wherever you want to create the reference, here you can click on insert citation and it will come in this way. Okay, after this, that's it. So it has included the citation, money, a short reference for this particular line has been taken from this particular source and a short reference is given here. Fine. So in this manner, you can have the citations created. Manage sources mein jaake you have to click on new and you can add the citation type and the further details. Okay. Once you create, you also need to click on copy so that it is included in your file. And then whatever you have created, you also need to include it at the place where you are working. Okay. So where this particular information has been used. After this, once your work is completed, at the end, you need to insert the bibliography part. Okay, so there are certain built-in formats. So usually we select those only. So any of these, whichever you like with the heading, you will choose that. So I suppose choose references, and this is how it will appear. Okay, so whatever reference you have created, it will come in this way, and any formatting if you want to apply on this, that you have to give, automatically it won't come. Like say I want to give it a numbering, I want to make it justified, I want to make it italics, I want to change the font style, I can do all these things. But I'm not supposed to change it manually, because if I change something over here manually, when typing, in that case, it will lose connectivity with my references, the citation created, and then it will no longer work. So that is why manually we are not supposed to make any changes here. Only formatting part we can do. If you need to edit something, go back to manage sources, select the one you want to edit, click on edit, and then from here you make the changes. All right. So this is how we can create our bibliography entry. Use this in our document as insert citation, and then at the end we can insert the bibliography in this. Okay. So this is the idea about how we can work with citations and bibliography. Is this okay? Yes, Vijayashri, very good. Vijayashri, Sony, congratulations. Mark entry, now you didn't hear, mark entry is for the index entry. So before we insert or create any insert any index, we need to create entries for it. So mark entry is to create the entries for index. So once this mark entry is done, then you can insert the index. Okay, is the references part clear? Bibliography and references. Whenever we are working with some, we are going to write some article, prepare some report, we also need to refer to certain other documents as well. So in those cases, when we are referring to other documents and the things, we also need to acknowledge that we are using their work for our own work or our research or our report presentations. So in such cases, we to acknowledge that we also need to create the references for it. Okay, and then only the bibliography can be created. So for that, what we need to do, we need to create it under manage sources, and here basically we are creating a database for a list of all the resources that we are using in our document. Okay, so for that we need to click on what we need to do. We need to go to references, go to manage sources, click on new, and from here we need to make the entries. Okay, now whichever entries from where you are picking up your reference or the documents that you are referring, it may be a research article, it may be the annual report of a company, it may be some kind of report created by some marketing agencies or some reputed agencies. You can also take some document from reputed websites or from a news channel as well. So what kind of thing you are referring to? There is a big list for that, and from here, if you're even from a book also, you can write this. So from where you are picking it up, accordingly you have to choose your source, and then accordingly here you need to provide the information. There are a lot of bibliography fields for which you can provide the information. However, here we are going to provide only the most important or the basic information. So the most important is the author name, title of the work, the year of publication, the city where it has been published, the work has been published, and the publisher name. These are the most common and the basic details. However, few more things have become very important nowadays. That is the standard number. That means your ISBN number, ISSN number, which actually makes your work authentic. The publisher's work, and then the URL. Usually these days we refer to the data in online mode. So in that case, from which link you have picked up the data or the report, that link also we need to mention. So that comes under URL. DOI is for open access. So many of the journals provide DOI access for the papers that are published under them. So this is also very important, and this also needs to be put over there. If you do not have the information about these, simply skip it. But if you have, you should provide. It is good for your own reference. And then one very important thing also has become these days has become very important, that is year axis, month axis and the day axis information. Excuse me. That means the date on which you have referred to this particular article or the report. So this also should be provided. It is important these days. So in case of online material, when we refer to this date reference is also very important part. So that also should be mentioned. Although it is not star marked, the red star mark is not given on these fields. Still, these are very important. And if you have the information, you should try to provide that. Okay. So in this manner, you create the source. Once the source is created, then it will come here in the list under the master list section. In this master list section, it is there. And when you click copy, it will come in your current document. Here we have a preview box also. So whatever reference is created, we also get to see its preview over here. All right. After creating the reference, if you think that something is to be edited, something has to be changed, in that case, simply select that and click on edit button. So it will again take you back to that screen and here you can make the changes. Okay. Once this is created, so whatever you create in this managed sources, it will be available under the insert citation list. So from here you can choose this and then wherever based on your cursor position, when you choose click on this, it will be inserted over there. Like say right now my cursor is here and if I click on this, it will appear in this way. And what is the meaning? The meaning of this means is that this content that has been written here, it is inspired or adapted from this particular book. That is the meaning of putting the citation in your content. So if you are also preparing a report, your report may take reference from 10 other articles and the reports. So you should always give a reference to that. Once this thing is done, then at the end of the document, the details of this, Kumar 2025, what is the meaning of that? Whose work is this? Who published the work? Where was it published? So all those details we get at the end of the document, the references are created, which gives the full information about the content. So that if anybody wants to refer to that report, they also will be able to do that with the help of references that is given here. Okay, to insert the references, we use this to go to the end of the document, click on bibliography, and from here you choose any of these and click. If there are any changes in the references, if you have edited the sources, in that case, you can just simply click on this area and click on update citation and bibliography. So this updates it and displays the updates the references list and shows you the updated bibliography. This is how this particular function works. I hope it is clear now. Okay. So anything more in MS Word? I think from MS Word, I have discussed both whatever I was asked to repeat. So anything more? Or shall I go to Excel now? Yes, this is the overall revision class and the last class for skill training program with me. I will miss you people. Yes, so please tell me. So accordingly, I will shift to Excel now. So in Word, bibliography, Smart Art Graphics, and importing the files from other documents is done. Oh, okay. Quickly, I will just show you one point that is somebody asked that for the mail merge, if we can include the Excel files. So quickly, just I'm showing you the option. I told this although. So suppose here I want to bring this. So in the mailings, we need to go to start mail merge letters. You should be having all the steps because I have written those in details that time while discussing it first time. And you also have the video link so you can check it from there as well. Now select recipients and here we have use an existing list. So if you click on use an existing list, it will allow you to select any file. Like say now I go to our class this thing and we had some Excel file here now, oh, data file, right? This employee file. So I'm taking this employee worksheet data file. I click OK. And now see, it is showing me that sheet name data. Click OK. So now you can see all these have become active. Insert merge field and see all the column names of the Excel file has come here as the field names. So easily whatever you want, you can choose from here, insert it. So I'm choosing city. I choose city like this. And now if I want, I can preview the results as well. You can see this, right? So I hope it is clear. All this data is coming from that Excel file for mail merge. Okay. I hope this part is clear. Yes, Putul, thank you. Okay, so up to this we have done. Okay, close this now. Oh yes, hyperlink. I think some people ask bookmark and hyperlink. Shall I do that? Thank you. Hyperlink and bookmark, please let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, I will move to Excel. Hyperlink and bookmark is fine. Thank you, Meera. Thank you, thank you. It's good to listen to such good comments. अभी पहले topic पे आते हैं. Tell me, should I go to Excel now or hyperlink bookmark चाहिए? अच्छा, hyperlink bookmark needed. Do macro. Exam part, office will inform you. Okay. Acha. So I'm coming to the hyperlink and the bookmark part. This is not needed, so I close this. And I'm removing this part now. So for hyperlink and bookmark, what we need to do now, basically bookmark is what? Bookmark means we are creating certain reference points in the document to which we can straight away go reach or navigate without navigating through scrolling or using the down arrow key or up arrow key for that. So what I will do, I will create certain bookmarks over here at the top and will just refer to those. Okay. So चलो इसके बाद करते हैं यहाँ पे. Okay, so just I'm writing here just random some numbers I'm writing. Say I'm giving say page 1, not page 1. I'm on page 1, so I write it as page 2 I'm giving it as page 3, page 4, page 5, like this. Fine. Page 6, कितना page है? 9 है. चलो, इतना. Okay. So this is the page list. So when I go to page 2, I want to click on page 2. So it will take me automatically over here. And then when I click on page 5, it takes me directly to page 5. Okay. So for this, what we also need is that we also need to have certain labels on all these pages. So here, what I'm going to do now. On page 2, I'm writing page 2 at the top, right? And here, I'm also writing go back. Matlab this go back is for page 1. Okay. So I just select this and I'm going to create this kind of navigation for each page. Okay. For each page, I am going to create this navigation. This will be page 3. And this will be page 4. This is going to be page 5. I have done it up to page 6. So I've come here. This is page 6. Fine. So up to page 6, I'm creating this navigation and go back will take me. I'm going to create one backlink as well. So I come to page 2 now. Select this page 2. And now we need to go to insert. And here we have this bookmark option. Okay. So I select this and here I can write this page 2 or I could have copied that and pasted it here. So this is page 2. Sorry, I cannot have space over here. So I need to put underscore and then need to type that. So this is page 2. Click add. So it is created. Fine. Go back. Fine. So this is page 2 bookmark I have created over here. Next, I come to page 3. Select this. So this is my location. Insert bookmark. I click on this. I need to create another bookmark, page underscore 3, click add. I hope you are observing that in bookmark name, we cannot have space. So we can only use one special character, that is underscore. Select this bookmark and I make it bookmark 4. Quickly I'm doing. So I select this. This is my location. That's why I'm selecting. Otherwise, you can just keep your cursor in the beginning of that location and also do that. It will work same. It will work in the similar manner. It's 6. Okay. So these bookmarks I have created. Now, go back will refer to what? Page 1, right? So this list, actually here I'm going to create this go back option. Okay. So this will be my reference point. So when I click on go back, it means it will take me to first page. So here also I need to create a bookmark and I give it page 1 name. Clear? Now, so what I did, I have created bookmark for page 2 till page 6. I created one bookmark for page 1 also. Now we need to create the link, matlab navigation links. That means on here, when I click on page 1, page 2, it will take me to that bookmark. When I click on page 3, it will take me to the page 3 bookmark. Okay. So it means I need to create a hyperlink on this. I need to click on this. I want a click on this so that it takes me to page 2 location. So it means I need to create a hyperlink for it. So I select this and I go to insert hyperlink. Place in this document and here see all the bookmarks that I have created, those are here. So page 2 means page 2. Click OK. It's done. Now it's easy. Once you have the things in place, it's very easy. Just select the proper one. It is page 3. This is for hyperlink page 4. Okay. Page 5. And this is for page 6. All right. So I have created these hyperlinks here. And now for go back, I again need to create a hyperlink for page 1. Isn't it? And this I need to repeat on all the pages. I select it, hyperlink, page 1. Because from all these pages, I want a backlink to my first page. Right? So you can also see this, that is, we are creating multiple hyperlinks to which refers to the same bookmark. Isn't it? So in this manner, we can do it. Now it's done. So I click on now. See, Control plus click, it is showing. So I press Control button from the keyboard and you can see the hand sign is coming. Now click page 1. Now I go to page 3. We are on page 3. I click go back. Again page 1. I click on page 5. I click on go back. Again page 1. Again page 4. Go back. Is this okay? So this is about bookmark and hyperlink part. All right. I hope this is clear. Yes, Kala bro, all the best. Okay, so this bookmark hyperlink is done. Now I switch to Excel. Okay, we have 1 hour in hand, last 1 hour. So we will now discuss. In Excel, I need to discuss what data table. And in Excel, what are the things we need to do? Can you just give me 2-3 topics that we can discuss now? Because many I did, I think last to last day, few questions were asked, so I clarified all those. So I'm taking just stopping here for 5 minutes, and you please can type in chat box that in Excel, what are the topics that we can discuss. One is data table that I will do at first. So that in what if analysis, how to work with data table I was asked. So I will show you that part and what else. If there is any specific query, you can ask. Please post your queries. I have got 1 or 2 queries till now. If you have any queries, please post. Any topic that we can rediscuss in case of Excel. Some statistical function also I can show you if you are interested. It is not written in your syllabus explicitly, but if there is nothing to rediscuss, in that case, I can do that also for 10-15 minutes. It may help you in doing some kind of analysis, some basic analysis that you can do. Okay, so let us begin. Okay, we look up again. Some are asking to do. Fine. So I come to this. This is that's coming. Yes. So from this table, suppose I want to pick up some data. So in that case, on the basis of employee ID, I want to pick up some data. Okay. So in that case, what we can do, we can use the VLOOKUP function here. So, okay, fine. In this only I'm doing. This is here, say I want to. So what I can do equals to, I can bring the heading from here. And then here, say for these two columns, I want to pick up the value. For bringing the employee ID, so for bringing the employee ID here, what we need, using the data validation rules, we can apply that part. For the data validation, we can bring that list over here so that from the drop down we can select it. So I can go to insert, sorry, data. From here, I choose data validation, allow list, and source. The source of the list I can bring from this particular table. Fine. So the big list will be available here. From here, if we choose some employee ID, employee name and the corresponding job title can come. Instead of job title, I can also try to take up something. Say department. instead of doing that, I want to write here department. So I can write equal to sign and I can take this. Fine. So this is my column number 2 and department is my column number 4. Okay, so department is column number 4. Now, in order to do this, we can do it with the help of VLOOKUP. So I write equals to VLOOKUP. And then I can go to formulas and go to this function. So it opens the dialog box for us. The first parameter is lookup value. So simply click in that cell and click on this employee ID. So that will be selected. Next is table array. So I can go to the source table and from here I can select the whole table array. And this table array, we also need to use $sign over here to make it absolute. Okay, so that even if we drag this, in that case also it will work. Column index number means the number of the column number for which I want to pick up the data. So in this case, as I have already written here beforehand, my full name is my second column. So my index number is 2 here. Range lookup, I need to use false because here we want exact match. Okay, now I click OK and it will give me the result. So if I change my selection, see, it will give me the, accordingly, the result will be displayed. Okay, so this is 4105. 4105 must be towards the beginning because yes. So Theodore Dean is the name and here the same name is coming. So it is correct. Same is with the department. So in this case, what we can do, I can make this absolute so that even if I drag it, it will work. So I can drag this same thing, only my column number is changing. So I put my column number as 4. Now see. So I hope this is clear to you now. Okay. So why I'm using this drop down? Because in many cases, typo error may occur and because of that, those typo errors, our function doesn't work. So that is why it is better if you can avoid it. So if you're searching for something, always try to use this feature so that your typo errors are not there and you are able to pick up the proper data. And another thing is, in this case, VLOOKUP has one constraint, that is VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP both, that the searching criteria, and here the employee ID, it should be on the left hand side. If it is on the right hand side, then it will not work. So it should be on the left hand side and the data must be arranged properly. When properly in standardized manner, the data should be there. Otherwise, it cannot pick up the proper result from the data. So that is a requirement. If these things are taken care of, then your VLOOKUP works perfectly fine. And similarly, you can have your HLOOKUP thing done. That also has the, in that case, it is, your data must be available in row-wise format. Like here it is column-wise format. If it is row-wise format, in that case, you can use HLOOKUP. Acha, do you know what is transpose? Sahil, which formulas you are asking about? And do you know what is the meaning of transpose? Can somebody write in the chat box? What is the meaning of transpose? VLOOKUP, Muskan, VLOOKUP is for when we are searching for a particular value from the whole data set. In this case, what we want is that on the basis of the employee ID, the corresponding name or title or department or something from this table will be picked up. So each employee has a unique ID. So in that case, if we can use this kind of structure, VLOOKUP, so when we pick up a particular employee ID, its corresponding name and the department will be displayed. So VLOOKUP has got 4 parameters. The first parameter is the lookup value. That is the one that we are searching for, or that is the basis of the search. So employee ID is the basis of the search, the unique value. Table array means the source table data from where we are referring this. And then index number, column index number means the target column whose value we want to pick up. So that also we need to, we can refer with the help of this column index number, and this numbering starts from 1. This one doesn't mean column A. Please remember that that doesn't mean A. It is as per the selection of your data. So whatever data table you have selected, there what is the column number that you need to write. And then the fourth parameter is false, means you are going to take exact match. There are two options for the fourth parameter, true and false. True is used when we are referring to the range data slab calculation. If you are doing, in that case, we take it as false, true. And if it is an exact match like ID matching, this kind of work, in that case, this parameter value is always false. So in this manner, you can use this. Okay. I hope this clarifies your doubt, Muskan. Uppercase to lowercase, that you can do with the help of function, upper or lower. Okay. Yes, arranging the column data in row data is called transpose. And how we can do that? We can simply, there is a very simple method for doing it. That is, suppose this is our data. So I select this whole data set and I do Control C. Okay. Now I am taking another worksheet, and here instead of doing Control V, I go to paste special. Please see this carefully. It is useful. What I did, I have just selected the whole data set. I came to a new sheet. I selected the data set and did Control C, copy. Okay, so it has been copied now. I take a new worksheet here. I do the right click and go to paste special. Here we have an option called transpose. Okay, so when we paste, we can paste the Excel data in multiple ways. Like we can paste only the values, we can paste formulas also, we can also paste the formats of the data, validation rules, and so on. So when we take all, it means that it will copy everything. And if we take no, I only want to copy the validation, so that will come. So as per your requirement, you can choose that what it will paste. When we do Control V, it comes with all the default options and it copies everything over there. Okay. So when we, anyway, we are working with transpose right now. So when I click on transpose, I tick this box. I hope you have observed this. When you click on this transpose, it will convert our column data into row data. Okay, so now you can see this. All the columns have come in the rows and all the data has come in this manner. So say this employee, all the details of the employee has come in this column. All right. So this is transposing a transpose of data. Achha. In case of MS Word, somebody asked one question and I forgot. I started with Excel. So just somebody asked that how we can convert the paragraph content, some paragraphs into column. So in this whole thing, I'm reducing the size. Now you can see this. Okay, so in this page, you can see that a lot of text content is there. So out of this content, suppose these 3 paragraphs I want to convert in column. Okay, in 2 columns format I want to display. So what you need to do is you simply select the content. Okay, so simply select it and then you can go to this layout. And here you have this columns option. So you can choose 2 column, 3 column, whatever you want, you can choose. So say I click on 2 columns and see the selected content will be converted into 2 columns. Am I clear? And if you want to customize it more, so simply select it, columns, click on more columns. So from here you can increase or decrease the space between the columns as well. Suppose you want more space between the columns, you want to draw a line between the columns and so on. So these type of things you can do. Fine. So just I suddenly remembered that somebody asked and I replied also that I'm going to do that, but I forgot. I hope this column conversion part is also clear. Okay, so this is transpose part is done. Next is I did that conversion here, data table column input. Acha. So say you want to work with the data table and sometimes we need this type of work. So say for example, this is a simple example that this is the loan amount, rate of interest, tenure and the EMI calculation using PMD function. This we have done earlier, right? That is what is the loan amount, the rate, the tenure. So for the constant term, constant rate, we want to find out what will be the EMI. Fine, so this was done. Now, suppose you want to do some calculation that right now, if the rate is 15%, in that case, you have calculated the EMI. Now you want to create a chart that if the rate is 12%, what would be the EMI? If the rate is 13%, what would be the EMI? And so on. Okay. So suppose this type of chart you want to create. So in that case, please see this carefully. What you need to do is first you list down the different rates for which you want to do the calculation. Say I want to do it up to 20%. Okay. So you are evaluating that if the rates are varying, in that case, how my EMI will change. Okay. So what we need to do at first here, first step is first you create a column like this. As you can see it on the screen, this first cell you leave it empty. And here you write equal to sign and then select the cell in which you have given that PMD function for EMI calculation. All right, this is okay. So step one is you write equal to sign and simply select the cell address in which your EMI formula has been put. Now press enter. So we have this here. Okay. Now this is called one variable data table. So only one variable is changing. Now I select this whole table together. Okay. Select this whole table together. Now you go to data. What if analysis? Go to data table. Okay. Now here what we need to do as we are calculating it column wise manner. So in the column input cell, we need to click on this percentage. Okay. Click on this percentage, this sign. You can see this 15%. This B3 is actually part of the formula, right? EMI calculation formula, and we are working on the rate. Rate is given in the column wise manner. So column input cells and this. Now see. Okay, so automatically it is calculating that for all these, what will be the EMI. Fine. And you can match it with this also, this 15%, this is the rate and whether it is matching with your this one or not, which you calculated with the help of a formula. Right? Now here it is calculated as a single variable data table. Is this clear up to this? Is this data table part is clear with one variable? One is writing in chat box. Is this clear or not? Then I will proceed further with the two variable one. So far clear. Okay. So if it is in the vertical manner, then it comes like this. The same thing I am trying to do it here now. Like say I copy this and I am going to do transpose. Okay. So now if it is written in this way, in that case, what we need to do? Here, I need to do equal to sign, give equal to sign and choose the cell. Like in horizontal way, if your data is arranged, then. So it will come like this. Okay. And then the same process, I select it like this. I can go to data, what if analysis, data table, and in this case, it will come as row input. Why? Because my rates are given in row wise manner, right? So I can select it. And if I do it and give it in this way, in that case, it is coming in this manner. Okay, so once this part is clear, then we can go for the two variable table. So this is your row input. Tick. Fine. So how we are arranging our data accordingly, it will come. Now I am going to show you a two variable data table. So say again, I take the same so that I don't need to type it again. So I am putting it here. And here what I will do, the next part is suppose this loan amount, it can be loan, it can be for tenure also. That is if you increase or decrease the tenure, in that case, what will be the result? So we can do with the tenure also. Suppose I do it for say 55 months, 56 months, 57 months, 58 months, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, and so on. Okay, so this one is what? This is representing your tenure, change in the tenure, and this is representing your what? Interest rate. Fine. So here we can change the alignment. Fine. So this is how we can do this. And now what we need to do with here. So I hope this arrangement is clear to you now. Now what we need to do at this cross section, I need to select equal to and give this. Okay. Now we need to select this whole range. Go to data. What if analysis data table? Now in this case, what will be the column input? Rate. What will be the row input? Tenure. And click OK. Understand this? And for the sake of understanding whether it is correct or not, you can cross verify. We did it for the 60th month, 60 months tenure. So this was the amount that we got over there. Is it okay? So this type of work we can do with the help of data table. So we have one variable table where one variable we are changing at a time and we are trying to find out that what is the impact on the calculation. And in this case, two variable data table, that means two variables we are changing simultaneously and trying to see that what will be the impact. So if the interest rate is say 12% and the tenure is same, this will be the EMI. That means 22,244.4. If suppose 12% is the rate, but tenure is more, in that case, this will be the EMI. If your interest rate is 20%, tenure is 60 months, in that case, the EMI will be 26,493. So in this manner, you can read this table and do this. So please see this, try doing it. This is also one of the useful feature. check this. Okay, is it clear? Is this two variable data table clear to you? What is AQ2? I could not understand. AQ2 means what? So please have a look at this and just tell me if this part is clear to you or not. Yes. Okay, thank you. And was there any other topic mentioned? Yeah. Okay. As Sahil, right now I do not have any solver problem framed with me right now, and it will be difficult suddenly on spot telling that. Need one problem for doing it, huh? I can show you the dialog box and I can explain the concept. Will that be okay, Sahil? If you want solver to be discussed right now, I do not have a problem framed here right now, so I can't give you a problem solution over here, but I can explain the window and tell you, explain the structure, that how you can do this. At least that part I can explain. Will that be okay? Shall I do that? If you want that, I can do. I can explain that window, dialog box, and what are the parameters. And as you are working with those type of problems, many operation research problems, so in that case, I think you will be able to put it into that dialog box, right? You are saying yes. I think do other people also want solver to be discussed? I don't know who are listening or not. Anyway, I'm going with that then. Uh, in order to work with solver model, you need to enable it at first. Okay. So what you need to do as whenever we want to enable something, we need to go to options. Okay. So I go to file, options. Go to add-ins. Okay. And here we have analysis tool pack. Excel add-ins analysis tool pack. Here also you can see manage Excel add-ins. Okay, manage Excel add-ins, click go. It will show you a dialog box. Here we have this solver add-in. Okay, we have the solver add-in. Also, if you want to do some kind of statistical calculation, statistical analysis, in that case, you need to include analysis tool pack. This I was about to show, but okay, we are going for the solver right now. So analysis tool pack is for statistical analysis features. Solver add-in is for getting that solver model over here. Okay, so we usually use these two for our work. So these two you need to enable and then click OK. So what I did, file, by default, both the options are off. These are advanced features and these are enabled only when we need these specifically. So file, options, add-ins, analysis tool pack, manage Excel add-ins, click go. Select the solver and the analysis tool pack. Please do not click on analysis tool pack VBA. We are not doing VBA here. So tool pack and solver add-ins, click OK. Fine. On the data tab itself, you will see now one section. I hope now you have observed this. That is, we are having this analysis section and we have this solver and the analysis, data analysis. Okay. So both these options I'm showing you. So I click on solver now. So when we click on the solver, we get this type of dialog box. Now, if you remember in that LPP model, what we do, we need to tell that whether we want to maximize the profit or minimize the cost, right? So these two only we use mostly. So maximize the profit or minimize the cost. So which one you are doing, you have to choose that. Set objective. This particular cell is the target cell in which you are calculating the cost or the profit. So that cell you need to select in set objectives. Okay. So that you will be selecting here. Now this part by changing variable cells. Now to achieve the profit, which cell values you can change. Now here please ensure that your objective cell, suppose this I12, whatever this cell is, set objective cell is having a formula. And in that formula, it is connected with all those variable cells. It has to be, otherwise how will it calculate? Okay, so that is the logic. So here you need to select that these are the variable cells which we can change. Fine. Maybe the labor cost can be changed. Maybe the cost of the inputs can change and so on. So which variable cells will be changing, that those cells or that range you need to select here. Next is subject to the constraints. Now there are many constraints, like in factory, suppose maybe the labor hours that the available labor hours that we are having is 400. So in that case, whatever combination of the resources we use, maximum labor hour has to be within this range. Maybe the demand of the product is also usually fixed. That is, whatever be the production formula we are trying to generate, we are trying to do that. But then total demand in the market for a particular product is suppose 2000 units. And our solution is generating 2800 units. So that is again not going to give us the proper thing, because obviously there is no point in producing the extra stuff, extra finished goods. So that is one of the constraint, that the demand is 2000 units. My labor hour availability is 400 hours. And then with these constraints, the production has to be done in such a way so that our profit is maximized or the cost is minimized. So whatever constraints you have, those you have to add over here. Right. So what I did, you need to click on add, and then here you can add the constant. So for that, you need to select the cell reference. From here, you can choose which one will be there. INT is for integer. That means, say, when you are doing some kind of production. Obviously, we cannot produce half unit of a product. It will always be at least 1 unit, right? Or maybe sometimes in certain things, it is a batch of 10 units or so on. So whatever it is, it has to be a whole number. So if that is also one of the constraints. So that also needs to be defined like this. Okay, so BIN is for binary. Okay, so DIFS means that minimum this difference. So what kind of constant you are having, that you need to define over here. And then when you click on add, it will be added here in the list. So in this manner, all the constants you need to define. You know, in LPP, you write all the constants separately on one side. Labor is this, cost is this, and so on. So all those constants you need to click on add button and add over here. Now here select a solving method. So here we are using simplex LP. If anything other than this you require, you can use those, and you can read the theory that for the exponential kind of thing, non-linear, GRG non-linear is used. So in your case, which method is applicable? So simplex LP is the most commonly used method that we use, so you can use that. Okay, and then simply click on solve. So what it will do, based on this objective that you have defined, you are maximizing or trying to minimize it or not, what are the changing variable cells and what are the constant. So combining all these things together, it will try to find an optimal solution for the problem that you have given, and accordingly it will give you a possible solution for that. Okay, so this is how this solver model works. So without having any kind of problem right now, I just try to explain this screen to you. So I hope if you fit in your some this programming model, so you will be able to solve it. I hope some idea at least you have got. Yes, Parnitharan, very good. I am also proud of you. Yes, Vishwa, thank you for answering that. I was also a little bit that how I will write that, but thank you. Yes, yes, it is there. And in fact, one interesting thing is what you have money for the all the operation research, these problems like production problems or salesman allocation problem or capital budgeting problem, all these different type of problems you can frame in this solver model and can solve this. Very important in this case is how you write your content on the Excel sheet, and then you have to set it on this. Once you have set this, then you can apply for all those similar kind of problems. So first, when you are presenting it, that time it has to be presented in a very it has to be presented in a systematic way, proper way. That is very important. And then once it is done, then putting it into this screen, as you can see, this dialog box is quite simple. Just you need to understand, and as you are solving these manually, these problems, so you can do it very easily over here. And manually, when you solve it, it takes so much time and so many pages of your copy. But when you are doing it in Excel, once your data is set, it hardly takes just a minute or two to solve the problems. So that is very interesting thing to do. Yes, please try this because it works. I have also done. Right now, I do not have anything framed handy which I can show you, but you can do this. It is not a very complex thing because you have the concept. You just need to put that into the dialog box. Okay. Acha, I'm coming to the next part also, just quickly showing you the for the data analysis also. So if you click on this data analysis, here you have these options. See, maybe some of you have heard about this ANOVA correlation, finding the regression analysis, finding the moving average or checking the t-test, z-test. If these type of tests you have heard about, so those things also you can apply here very easily. Like say, for example, I don't know if I have something here. Suppose there was one example on which I worked. It was again, the example was taken from net only. It was something like, say, distance from a particular shop to the buyer's money location, buyer's place, and then the purchase made by that buyer. Okay, so we want to know if there is any relationship between these two variables or not. Okay, so something like this we are trying to find out. So for that, suppose this is buyer one, buyer two, like this, and we want to know if there are there is any relationship between the distance from which the buyer is traveling to the shop, coming to the shop, and then the purchases that the buyer is making, or the amount or the price, sorry, the price maybe. So in that case, and it can be any two variables that you can think of. So suppose here in some measurement, suppose meters, 120 meters, suppose it is 1200 meters, maybe it is say 350 meters, maybe it is 900 meters. I'm just typing random data, so results might be very surprising. However, I will just try to explain you the result. That is my purpose and nothing more than that. So I don't know what results I'm going to get with this type of data. Say here 5,000, suppose is the bill. Distance is this, so maybe say this. I'm just randomly typing something, okay? I don't know. Okay, so something like this type of data we are having, and we want to know if there is any correlation between these two variables. Okay, so say it is quantity purchased, or say purchase amount. Okay, this is their bill amount, say. So we want to know if there is any relationship between these two variables. Okay, so what we can do, we can go to data analysis, and you can click on correlation and click OK. So what it will do, it is asking for the input range. So I have already selected it. So I can just take it once again. Data is available in column wise manner, labels in the first row, and I want to see the results here only. So I can click on the output range and choose a particular cell address. That's it. So now see, at one go, it has calculated the correlation between these two, and it is saying that it is 0.68. It means that for money, distance and purchase amount are related to each other or having an impact of 68% on each other. So because of the distance, it is having distance, how much distant it is from a shop, it is having 68% impact on the purchase amount. Okay, so there is remaining 32%, which can't be explained with this variable. So for this, there are maybe some more factors that needs to be considered. You can also use the formula for finding it, like say correl, and here we can choose one array is this, array 1 and comma array 2. Okay, so with this also using the formula also we get the same result. So what happens is, if you can use this tool, in that case you don't need to write the formula. You need to choose the parameters in the proper way and it will do the calculation automatically. Okay, so a lot of statistical formulas we have here available here, and see. Okay, so a lot of statistical formulas are available here using which quartile calculations, skewness, kurtosis, all these you can calculate, or you can do it using formula, or you can go for this data analysis tool pack also. Okay, so these things also can be explored, can check these. So if you are interested to learn further, you can try out these things as well. Okay, so this is something just I wanted to tell also. So at least you know that where the option is available, now you can explore these things. Okay, so I hope this part. Yes, I am good. Thank you, thank you. Right now, template creation would be a little tough. You can create a basic format, and then after that, what you can do, you can go to the save as, and here we have the options of saving it as this template. Okay, template is means that you want to create a basic format and as and when required, you want to use it. Let me try it quickly. I don't know if I will be able to do it. Go to a new file. So new file. Like this, I create a paper. And then here, say first row, something like this, I'm applying. That's it. Okay. So this is something I have created. I go to file, save as, and here I am saving it as Excel template. If I do, it will save it in the current format. So say I choose as Excel template, and I am writing here as my test. See my test file, test temp, say. Okay, so this will be my template file. Okay, so it will be saved in the custom templates, or I can okay, let us see. I save it in our custom office templates. Man, it is the default location that it is giving me. Okay, so I click save, start, close this. Now when I click on file, new. I go to personal. Yes. You see this, my test template. So if I click on this, it is opening this created one. So it is already formatted. Font size is increased. Little bit formatting I've already done. So it is accepting that. Now once I do my out, I did it a little faster, Sudhir. Thank you. Thank you, Kalidas. Thank you. Okay, so I stop here. Still, I think some of the questions I could not answer, but I've tried. And thank you. It was nice interaction with you all. You all also have interacted so much in online classes. We get to get less interaction, but you all had been so attentive and had been continuously interacting. That gives us motivation for the online class. Otherwise, it is really difficult to conduct online class without any interaction from the candidate, from the participants. So thank you to you all also for being so participative. Thank you. All the best to all of you. Yes, thank you. I'm reading your messages. Thank you so much. So I stop here today now. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.